and welcome to In Touch with Durham County, the show designed to provide you with information about Durham County government people, programs, and services. I'm your host, Deborah Craig-Ray. We are pleased to bring you another exciting show today. Dana Connors joined Durham County in January as our new director of the Durham County Library System. She's with us today to talk about her first few months in Durham County and to share her vision for taking our award-winning library system to the next chapter. Dana, I am looking forward to introducing you to the community.
I am as well.
Great, great. Did you know that every year in April, the National Association of Counties celebrates National County Government Month? In our second segment, I will share more about the purpose of this observance and how we celebrate here in Durham County. Dana, thank you so much and welcome to Durham County.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here.
Well, we're so excited to have you in Durham County and to join us today for the show.
Thank you. I'm
yes.
excited.
So I understand you're a Charlotte native. Is that right?
That is correct.
Good. So where did you go to school? Did you go to school here in North Carolina?
I did. I got my undergraduate degree from Appalachian State, and then I went to UNC Greensboro for my master's in library and information studies.
Awesome. Two great schools.
Yes,
I had a son
absolutely.
that came out of one of them. What originally inspired you to pursue a career in public libraries?
It was an accident. I think a lot of people in libraries, public libraries, it was an accident. There are a few who are like, I'm going to be a librarian from day one. Mm-hmm. But for me, my undergraduate degree was in archaeology. I wanted to be in a history museum, and there weren't any jobs. And so I got a job working at the Iredell County Library in Statesville, thinking I'll be there 6 months while I look for a museum job. And then I fell in love with it. I think so many people get into it and fall in love with it, and that's what happened to me. And so shortly after that, I went back to school and got my master's degree.
Wonderful. Well, that's a great beginning. So you joined Durham County with more than 30 years of experience across 2 states, our state and, of course, Texas. What were some of those counties and what did you learn from some of those experiences?
Sure. I started in Iredell County, like I said, and that's where I learned a love of libraries. I was there for 3 years while I was working on my master's degree. And then I went to Union County, which at the time was the fastest growing county in the state. And we experienced a lot of growth, not only in the county, but also within the library. So there, I was there for 12 years and built several buildings and hired a lot of staff and really just shaped the future of that library. So there was a lot of work that was done there. After that, I became the library director in Cabarrus County, which is actually the library I used when I was growing up. So that was exciting. We did some renovations of libraries there, but more importantly, we worked on making sure that that library had a good foundation with good policies and procedures, and we really focused on staff professional development so we could bring everybody to the next level. After 5 years there, I went to the Charlotte-Mecklenburg Library.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I was there for 6 years. The first 4 years, I was the Associate Director of Lifelong Learning, which meant I was over all of our programs and partnerships. And the last 2 years I was there, I was the branch channel leader, which meant I was over all of our physical locations.
Okay.
And for 18 of those months, I was also the acting library director. COVID hit, moved to Austin, Texas, and then after Austin to New Hanover County, where I was the library director there for the last 3 years.
So, what led you to leave New Hanover County? I'm asking, what led you to leave the beach and come here?
Durham is much better. The beach is lovely, but it's crowded and it has some hurricanes. But the opportunities in Durham County were too much for me to pass up. I love the diversity of the county. I love all the things that we can do here, and the library has such a great reputation. I wanted to make sure I was part of that, and that's what made me leave.
Yeah. So, over 3 decades of your career, you've seen a lot of public libraries evolved. How has this shaped your approach to leadership?
Sure. So librarians aren't always known for their ability to change. We like things to be the way that they are, but in life, everything changes. So when I started 30 years ago, the internet was not even something that we had in libraries. So over the years of figuring out how to introduce new things to the library, not only the staff, but the customers as well, and to continually evolve. I've learned a lot about being patient. It's been a struggle sometimes, but being patient because it takes time to roll new things out and to introduce change and to get everybody on board with that change and excited about that change. So the library world is continually changing. There's so much now with programs and being very intentional about the programs we offer, as well as print books, internet, e-books. Everything has changed so much in the last 30 years.
Absolutely, absolutely. So in the news release announcing your appointment, Assistant County Manager Joanne Pierce noted that you were selected to lead our libraries into the next chapter. What do you think that looks like?
You gotta love a good book pun. So we're turning the page.
Right.
So the next chapter, really what we're looking at right now is thinking about our strategic plan and how we want to get to that next chapter. So over the next few months, we'll be looking at different ways we can engage our stakeholders, which are our staff, our customers, and the entire community, in how we shape the library going forward. So it's not my vision, it's the vision of the community, and how do we put that into action. So that's what we'll be looking at over the next couple of months.
Sure.
Turning that page.
Well, libraries are often seen as spaces that ignite learning while providing invaluable resources, services, and special events. What role do you see libraries playing in the community, not just in Durham, but all libraries? Why are libraries special?
Libraries are special because everyone is welcome, and there's usually something for everyone. I think as humans, we are always curious, and we want to learn. People want to learn in different ways, in formal settings and an informal setting, and the library is where you can do both. As a small child, you can go to story time, you can get homework help, and continue on. As an adult, you can go and satisfy whatever your curiosity is to learn about whatever it is that you want to learn about, whether that's individually by reading books and looking up information on the computer, or engaging with others in some of our programs and classes.
And I would say, Durham County regularly does sort of a check-in with the citizens to see what services they like and that kind of thing. And without fail, the library always rises to the top.
Absolutely.
Yes. So what do you think will be some of your priorities? I know you said, everybody will kind of contribute, but do you have one or two things that you want to share with the community about what your plans are? Sure.
So I think that making sure our programming is very intentional and that we're achieving our goals and bringing value to the county. A lot of our staff are very talented in the programs that they offer and are very excited about the creativity around our programs. So I want to make that even better. And then also thinking about how can we make sure our resources are what the community wants. Half the community wants print books, half the community wants electronic books. So how can we make sure that everybody gets what they want in the format that they want them in?
Yeah. So for those people that are new to Durham, sort of describe our system. How many branches do we have, and what are some of the services?
Sure. So we have 7 library locations. The main library is our largest downtown. We have 4 regional libraries and 2 branch libraries. So at any of our libraries, you can check out books, you can use the computers, you can go to programs. More importantly, you can interact with our staff. You can ask them whatever you'd like to ask them about library services and resources. You can ask them what is the next book you should read, and they're happy to help you with any of those things. We also have some units that go out into the community. We have early literacy programming that goes out into preschools and daycares. We have our OASIS team, which goes to see the elderly and the homebound, and we have our bookmobile. So we have a lot of ways that people in the community can interact with the library.
Yeah, as you said, something for everybody. Yeah. So I know that as the director, you're in charge of library operations, the strategic plan, which you mentioned, programming, staff development, and all that's in your portfolio. So how many employees do you have?
Right now we have about 155, and we're filling a few more vacancies. So overall we have about 170 people who work for the library system in a variety of capacities. Everyone from the pages who shelve books to librarians who do programming and help people at the desk, library assistants who will help check out books. We have technology people, we have marketing and communications people. We have a variety of people who do all the different things that make the library work together.
Absolutely. A great staff. So Here's a question I want to throw in. If you're currently reading a book or listening to an audio book, what book is it?
The book I am listening to right now is called Moonbound by Robin Sloan. I'm not necessarily sure I would recommend it, but it's very interesting. Robin Sloan wrote Mr. Penumbra's 24-Hour Bookstore about 10 or 15 years ago, which is one of my favorites. This one is... it's science fiction and has talking animals, which is always a little bit out of my my interest level, but it's fascinating all the same. I spend a lot of time driving around, whether it's to our library locations or just around the community, so I listen in the car.
Awesome. And see, that should be a lesson to everybody. We should take time, and if we can't always read a book, we can listen.
Absolutely.
Yep, I do the same thing. So we're about out of time, but I've enjoyed our conversation. Is there a final thought you'd like to leave with our community as we end our conversation?
Absolutely. We have a couple of programs, bigger programs coming up. We always have programs, but during National Library Week in April, we have Library Fest, and our theme this year is The Stories That Built Us, and we're celebrating America 250 within the community. And then, of course, we have summer reading coming up this summer.
Summer reading is always popular in Durham.
Absolutely.
You're going to love it. Well, we're just so excited that you joined us today, and we're just really excited that you're leading one of our most outstanding departments.
Thank you so much.
And welcome again.
Thanks.
We're going to take a break, and when we return, we will introduce you to National County Government Month. Stay with us. We'll see you on the other side of these announcements.
We are America's counties, 3,069 strong. We are nearly 40,000 elected county leaders, essential to our nation's intergovernmental partnership, and we are powered by 3.6 million dedicated public servants nationwide. We are operators of critical infrastructure, roads, bridges, hospitals, courthouses, and more, the systems that keep America moving. We are providers of health, human, community, and mental health services, supporting families, seniors, businesses, and veterans. We are first responders devoted to safe communities, protecting our residents and responding in times of crisis and disasters. We are stewards of parks, public lands, and the natural places that define our communities. And we are America's record keepers, safeguarding vital documents, elections, and the foundations of our democracy. We are all America's counties, parishes, and boroughs. We are counties.
Welcome back to In Touch. Did you know that National County Government Month, held in April, is a celebration of county government? NACO, the National Association of Counties, launched this observance in 1991. County government leaders and employees are encouraged to spend the month actively promoting our roles and responsibilities in serving residents. First, NACO is comprised of 3,069 counties, boroughs, and parishes. We serve 333 million residents across the nation. Each year, local counties issue proclamations acknowledging County Government Month. Our own Durham County Board of Commissioners has issued a proclamation recently. Here is some of the language. Whereas the nation's 3,069 counties, serving more than 330 million Americans, provide essential services to create healthy, safe, and vibrant communities. And whereas Durham County and all counties take pride in our responsibility to protect and enhance the health, well-being, and safety of our residents in efficient and cost-saving ways. And finally, in proclaiming April as County Government Month, Dr. Mike Lee, Board Chair, encourages all county officials, employees, schools, and residents to participate in county government celebration activities. So this month-long observance actually has three main objectives. First, it is designed to tell the county story by raising awareness of local programs and services. Most residents don't always know the full listing of services that they receive from their local county government. We host events to showcase what we do and to educate. In telling the county story, we often share information about the programs we provide to the community. Some examples might include discussing how many children, senior citizens, or veterans received county services last year. How does the county support local food banks or other nonprofits that help improve the quality of life? How many businesses have been added to the county? How many new jobs have they brought in? You get the picture. Next, we celebrate more than 3.6 million public servants employed by counties nationwide. Durham County has more than 2,000 employees who perform a myriad of tasks for the residents. Many of them work long hours to support the operations that run 24/7, such as emergency medical service, Office of the Sheriff, social services, county engineering, public health, and more. Our dedicated professionals are always working to support the community. Rain or shine, hot or cold, these county workers are on the job. In Durham County, we have used various opportunities to celebrate our employees. We have held food truck lunches. We've given gifts to everyone. We've hosted a family movie night and sponsored a Durham County night at a Durham Bulls ball game. Our public employees work for the betterment of the community, and they deserve our recognition. These efforts are just a small expression of our gratitude for their tireless work. And finally, national county government seeks to strengthen connections between government and the residents by boosting civic engagement. We celebrate the citizens who serve on boards and commissions with a special recognition reception. We visit school classrooms to talk about careers in government. We invite citizens and students to attend our county commissioners' meetings. We distribute special newsletters to keep the residents informed about the services that we provide on their behalf. NACO, together with iCivics, has created a full curriculum to educate students grades 6 through 12 about the important role and functions of county government. And I am really proud to say that Durham County has its own version of a book to talk about how we serve the community for our young people. It's called My Durham, a guide for Durham County for kids, and it's available in English and Spanish for our young residents. Community engagement isn't just a value, it's the cornerstone of good government. As I close, I hope you will note that counties are essential to the function of all communities, helping to shape the places where we live, work, and thrive. From managing and maintaining key infrastructure to delivering vital public services, promoting economic growth, and ensuring public safety. County governments play a pivotal role in the daily lives of millions, today and every day. Please thank your local county employee. And thank you for joining us. Be sure to follow us on our social media channels. Sign up for our weekly Durham This Week online so that you can follow what's important in Durham County. We'll see you next time on In Touch with Durham County. Cheers.